Hey, happy Valentine's Day. Look at this. I got this at the dollar store. This, that's the whole setup, $4. Today's special guest is no one's there. No, Sadie, my lady, my beautiful girl, is my guest today. We get weird. We talk about farts and sharts and love, and we bicker for a moment. You know, it happens. That's love, you know. And this Valentine's Day, we answer silly questions from the internet, and some weird ones and some good ones. Yes. Tune in right now. Valentine's Day edition with Sadie, my lady. Hey, this is special Valentine's Day edition.
You're reintroducing it?
Add-on with Sadie Olson for two reasons. Because, I don't know, yesterday I was trying to be funny and I felt like I came off like a dick. And you even had to correct me and be like, you're actually sweet. Why are you being like this?
Yeah, you're like
I was
the
trying to be
sweetest
funny, man. And she's just so
human.
sweet. And when it's sweet, it's like boring, you know. So I was trying to spice it up. But then it just didn't work. And,
Greg
I mean,
likes to
it worked.
play
It
cool,
worked. Don't
like
get me
he's
wrong.
a cool guy
But
that doesn't care, but he's really
I'm a
the
sensitive
sweetest
sucker.
little Sally you
So
ever
put your
met.
mic closer a little bit to your mouth.
Oops, I hit my chest with
That's
it.
why you
Does
wear the
that sound better?
headphones. Oh,
My hat will not allow me to wear the headphones. It's
I
fashion.
understand that, but I'm saying you're low on the old
Yes.
the headphones. But yes, what I should have done, and I did a little bit, but I love Sadie Olson, and she is my rock. And one of the reasons I love our relationship so much is because we always got each other's back, and we're both on the same agenda of vibrating higher and bettering our lives constantly.
Yeah.
And you did mention that. And then we have a lot of questions to answer, and I'll get into that too, and why I missed those. Yeah, I just appreciate that you're a weirdo and I'm a weirdo. And no matter what, it's down. Like you said, yeah, I want to be a witch. I was like, that's awesome, babe. Go get that shit. And I'm a comedian. You're like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? They're very unconventional,
And I feel
weird
like
things.
I had like a few things that I was like, I'm going to be this. And you were like, fuck yeah, babe, you're going to be the best at that. And I was like, well, actually, I think I'm going to be this. And you were like, fuck yeah, babe, you're going to be the best at that. Like, you just like believe in me no matter what.
Because that's what it's about, motherfuckers.
And that's my favorite thing is that I can be like, I'm going to be a witch. And you're like, fuck yeah, babe, you're going to be the best at that. And now I am.
Yeah, it's wild. It's fun. It's fun, right?
Yeah. Well, think of where we started, where we both were when we met each other. And think
you were
about
living in the
now.
hood and worked at a jewelry shop and you hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in a studio apartment with no kitchen, not in the hood.
No.
But I had a studio apartment with no kitchen, and I did my dishes in the bathtub. You know what it is. You've heard it a
all
million
know the
times.
story.
You know the story.
And we both were making like, you know, like kind of just enough to get by. We were both really stressed and struggling. And then we just supported each other. And I feel like we both made each other better.
Yeah. And we actually don't even fight that much. I mean, for sure we've had our problems, but
no, but
now
day-to-day,
we don't.
Yeah.
And
it's the normal, if
it's
you live
normal
with someone, you get
bickering,
annoyed
like,
with them sometimes.
do the dishes. It's nothing fundamental. It's like, God damn it. There's just shit everywhere. Always. Both of us guilty.
Yeah. But I think too, when we do fight, it gets somewhere most of the time. Like we find we elevate.
And
from
I
it. We
would like
learn
to
something
credit
from
marijuana because
well, okay.
Because we'll get mad and then
And
I'll smoke
also
weed
us.
and then I'll apologize and you'll still be like, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. I'm high now. I'm over this shit. Can't we just rub each other's booties and watch fucking The Witcher?
That's not learning something from a babe. That's
getting over it relatively quickly.
But that's not my point. But that too.
Anyhow, thank you for being my ride or die in this crazy time. Also, what an awesome thing to have each other during this time.
Well,
wow.
I think anyone who survived the pandemic with
because we were barely
significant
started
other.
dating at the beginning of the pandemic.
We were about like we met in May and basically started dating right away, and then it was the following February, so short of a year, but we had established a good base.
Yeah. There was
loved
something
each
there.
Other.
Yes, there was love there, but I don't think there was any talks of anything.
No, like we definitely moved in faster because of everything.
Yeah, and then that shit hit the fan, and then it's like, well, looks like you're my wifey.
But I feel like we got through about 2 decades of shit together, so now we can just enjoy our relationship. We got that out of the way.
Well, we got some
stuff out of the way.
We got some scars. Now to the questions. Also, too, why we're recording a bonus add-on edition is because I'm an old dumb fuck. Just kidding. I love you, Craig Conant Jr. Speak good to yourself.
Craig. You're
Speak
really
good
smart.
to yourself. Speak high of yourself. Don't
Me
say
wearing
those
my
things.
I'm with stupid t-shirt.
I know. Is because I didn't know that there was questions like a separate area for them, and I only read a couple questions that people DM'd me the incorrect way. So the correct way of it showing like this, I didn't read any of these. I read like people just messaging me. Yeah. And then I made up a couple poop ones because I thought that was funny. I made up the shit. Did I shit on you? Because I wanted it to go there.
Oh, you little stinker.
But then someone asked that anyway, so it's like, did I make it up? Because it's in here.
You're just psychic.
I'm psychic. And then the other one I thought was so funny was how old is Craig's penis? And that bombed terribly. I was like, I can't believe I wrote that.
You made that up?
I made that one up.
Oh my God.
But the other questions were just real, but you know. Mm-hmm. But now there's a ton of questions. I'm just an old man and don't know how to find them.
You can feel free to skip any that are boring.
I'll read all of them.
Okay.
That's a lot. All right, there is
I'm
a
sure
lot.
they're all amazing.
No, not all
I'm
of them.
sorry, there's no boring ones. I didn't look at them.
This is juicy. I don't know what I don't want to do this one. Do you guys ever lie to each other?
Well, you used to.
Not anymore, not really.
Well, I think like sometimes you do a little white lie out of kindness or something.
Yeah, to save the marriage, you know?
Yeah, you're like...
you can't be like, oh, you look hideous, babe.
Or you're like... that didn't even faze me. I was like, yeah, I thought she was going to be like, hey! Sometimes I don't look great, you know? But you always tell me how beautiful I look, and it can't be true all the time.
Oh.
I was thinking like... I can't remember... Oh, like when we had an option to upgrade a room in Vegas, and you definitely picked the not that cool option, and I was like, no, I'm so happy you picked this one because, and I was like lying a little bit.
I felt so bad about myself. I chose the wrong thing. I made the wrong choice,
and it was so sweet. He was so proud of the choice, and I was like, oh.
And then she said, I wanted the other one.
No,
and then
lied.
I got mad at her. I was
no,
like, oh.
I was trying to be sweet. You could read it in my face a little bit because then your face fell and you're like, oh no, I picked it.
Fucked up. I fucked up.
Stuff like that. Sometimes you lie to be kind.
This is a sweet one. What is your favorite thing to do together?
Ride our bikes.
Ride our bikes to fucking Scotty's on the pier.
Scotty's.
If you haven't been to Scotty's on the pier, it's in Hermosa Beach. It's right on the sand, right there. Just ocean food.
It's
Mom,
really
it tastes
good.
like your nana made it.
Yeah.
It's mom and pop.
So
a lot
good.
of butter. A lot of butter in the cooking.
Yeah, and we
Next question.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot. So
okay.
Who is funnier?
Me.
Babe. Me. I'm a comedian.
Doesn't mean that you're
I
funnier.
am so funny.
Okay, this is what I think. I think you're obviously funnier as a comedian, but I think I'm funnier in real life.
You're extremely
day
funny.
To day.
You're extremely funny. And you make me laugh all the time. But I'm funnier. But we'll let my fans decide.
We're both really, really funny.
If you guys had a matching... She's extremely funny. She does give me a run for my money, and I do entertain the idea, but come on, man.
When Craig and I first met, you would ask me every time we hung out when I was going to do stand-up because you thought I was so funny.
She's so funny because you're a raw weirdo, and there's not very many raw weirdos.
I found my outlet for being funny, but
I still think you should do improv.
I do want to take improv classes.
Okay, if you guys had if you had to get a matching tattoo, what would you get and why?
Oh.
A big gun or knife?
For a matching tattoo?
Okay, how about a cat?
Oh, a cat.
A bicycle.
We're going back and forth like, good idea.
Get boot, but it says matching. So
matching. We could get both of them.
Both of them.
And a heart.
But it's also fun. Like I get Mister, you get Boo, and they're matching, kinda.
Yeah, that's cute.
You know.
But let's get. I want.
But our Schwins, I'll get yours on mine, and you get mine on yours.
Oh, that'd be cute.
That's too gay. I have no tattoos.
Isn't that weird? Doesn't
That
Craig
is
have
weird.
the vibe of a guy that's fully covered in tattoos that has like irresponsible levels of tattoos?
I should have like cuts and stuff and tattoos and.
Cuts.
Oh, I guess
You do
I have
have scars.
scars. I have scars. Yeah, I don't know why I said cuts. It's pretty dark. I
I've
just
tried
meant,
multiple
like,
times because I think tattoos are sexy, and I'm like, Craig, what if you got a what if we went not to get matching tattoos? I'm like, what if we went together and got
I want to
tattoos?
get Thug Life on my tummy.
Oh no. Never mind.
Why not? Like
You're not
Tupac.
getting Thug Life.
Okay, what about Cat Lady? But like Tupac's.
Let's get matching cat lady tattoos across
But
our
what if it's like
stomachs.
Tupac's gangster letterings?
Yeah, I'm down.
But like Cat Lady.
I'm down.
So I actually always wanted to do that. The one and only tattoo idea I have is Tupac's Thug Life, but something funny, sweet, and positive.
Yeah.
Like I love John Lennon. I always thought of getting Imagine, you know.
Well, I have Love Is All You Need because I liked Kat
Beatles.
Von D's Hollywood tattoo across her
Yeah.
torso. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get a Beatles quote.
Yeah.
So I did that. But I'm ready to get Cat Lady.
I saw that tattoo right here. Sadie has Love Is All You Need above her vagina. And I just thought immediately, I was like, oh, this girl's a slut, man.
Oh my God.
I'm
That's
in
okay.
that.
I got it when
I'm in-
low-rise jeans were cool. So it showed when I wore low-rise jeans.
You didn't let me
which is
finish
aging
because you just
myself.
made me sound like a monster. But I thought that like, oh, this girl's promiscuous. But most guys don't like that. And I went like, yes.
Nice.
I went like, I'm in love. I fucking love that
That
shit.
makes so much sense because now here we are in an open
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look at that tattoo.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, this girl fucks. That was my genuine thought. I swear.
love that.
I said a bad word, not allowed to say slut, but I meant when I said I meant I love
No,
it.
I think
'cause-
as women we would like to reclaim that word and say it's a positive thing because there's nothing negative about sleeping around. If you wanna be a slut, go out and do it, girl.
Yeah,
or guy or whoever.
God bless the sluts of America and the world.
If that
Who
feels
cares?
good to you,
No borders. No borders.
then go on and get it. No borders.
No borders. Why are you gleefully holding a knife in the photo?
Because it's Craig Conant.
No, because we were at the gun range shooting guns and we're taking a selfie. And I didn't want to hold up the gun that's too aggressive.
A little too much.
So I held up the knife instead, which also I guess is a little aggressive. But we were in the weapons area.
Yeah.
There was the
fun.
Valentine's Day
That's why
gift
we have
you
the
got me.
headphones on
Yeah.
in that picture. Insert picture here. I don't know. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Yeah. And it's us at the gun range. She bought me a Glen Oaks. I forgot what it's called, but it's a women's gun range. It was founded by women and it's ran by women, and that's badass.
Yeah.
And you go shoot and take training lessons there, and police shoot there. And also, if you want to, go glare at them while you're shooting your illegal weapon,
Glare.
I'm just kidding, guys. Hello. I just
Okay,
joked.
next question.
Okay. If you were to describe each other as food, what would you be? Spaghetti?
I'm spaghetti or like we're spaghetti?
We're spaghetti.
That's just his favorite thing to eat right
we
now.
eat it every day of our lives.
Okay, first of all, Craig used to make fun of me for eating pasta every single day, and now every single day he goes, "Babe, can we have spaghetti again?" No, but that's not. I think it means more
okay.
like not what your
What do
favorite
you-
food is. Like,
You're like, well, you would be pasta just because you just remind me of pasta.
and I'm very noodly.
But I wouldn't say spaghetti. I would
Like
say
I got long limbs.
I would
and
say
stuff.
like
I'm
more
a
mac
noodle.
and cheese and broccoli,
I'm mac and cheese and broccoli.
or
You don't
just
think I'm a spaghetti noodle?
penne pasta and ragu. You don't like I'm spaghetti meat sauce. You're like plain pasta.
That is so offensive. I'm plain pasta.
Well, I'm just okay. I'm doing this wrong. I just picture you
No.
in that because you eat it every day of your fucking life.
It's like as a person.
Okay,
Like in college I used
Your
to get
mud
me made
pie.
fun of for being a noodle when I danced, so I could be like a spaghetti noodle because I'm
Alright.
like noodly and long.
what the fuck are you? You are.
I feel like Craig is like when you were a kid and you would go to the fountain drinks and then you would put a little bit of each one in the cup and it was like a crazy mix, and
It's
that's
called
what
the
Craig
suicide.
is.
That's what we called those.
That's what Craig is.
I'm the suicide beverage.
Because he's like, or you're like a Sour Patch Kid, like you're sour.
What else
and
were
then
those
you're
called?
Sweet. You're a Sour Patch Kid.
I know that's a dark name, suicide, but that's what we called them. It's called
I don't know.
tornadoes.
We didn't call them anything. I just always
In LA,
did
we
it.
called them that as kids. I remember
Oh.
that.
Not in
the dark
Wisconsin.
way. Yeah, just that's what it was called. You are, I guess, I don't know.
Fruit Loops. I don't know. I was like, I'm colorful and bright.
I just go back to
And a
penne
little bit
pasta.
gay.
All I see is penne pasta.
All I see is pasta.
That's all you ate every night I met you.
Yeah.
Every
it's
single
good.
night. I was like, is this girl, what's going on over here? She's special.
I love pasta.
She ate the same dish every night of her life.
No, I had like 3 in rotation. You only ever heard about the pasta because it's my favorite.
Just pasta. Okay, I'm done with that. A threesome?
Yep.
There's 2 of those. There's a few of those. All right. How is living with a comic schedule on the road life?
So sometimes it's hard, like if Craig's only home for like 2 days and then has to leave again. But I do like a lot of alone time, so I prefer it more if you're gone like
2
Thursday
days.
to Sunday instead of like Wednesday to Monday. Like that's too much, and then you're only home for like Monday, Tuesday, and leave again. But like I like having like 3-4
like those
days.
Friday, Saturday weekends. They're
Yeah,
so
that's
easy.
good too. But I
Just
do
so
love
easy.
having the house to myself. I need a lot of alone time,
Yeah, it's annoying.
but
She's always like, stop grabbing my butt. I'm working.
it's very distracting. I get all my work done on the weekends when Craig's gone, but not because he's so distracting, because then we can spend more time together when he's home. But I don't mind it. Sometimes it gets a little old, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because it's the other threesome or what, and I don't know why the or what makes it
Or
funny.
what.
Or what.
Or nah.
I mean, of course I'm down for that, but that's up to her. Have you farted in front of your girl yet? I mean, come on, bro.
The first night we met, within like 10 minutes, he farted and he looked at me in the eyes to see my reaction, and I rolled my eyes and I was like,
That's my test.
I was just like,
I don't
"Alright."
need it. I don't need the riffraff.
Like he did
If you're not down with that, then you're not down with me. And why are we gonna beat around the bush? You're either on board or you're off board.
Yeah, for sure. I knew what I was getting into, but Craig gets that crazy look in his eye, like he did that. He like farted and he was like, I was like, I just met you, man.
What's up? It's my birthday. Touch my balls.
It was your birthday.
Hardest thing you've two had to deal with as a couple. I mean, why do you want to ask that? Why are you trying to dig up old shit?
Go back to the last episode that I was the guest on, and you'll learn all about it. We won't get into it. Okay? We don't have to say it.
We're
but
vibrating higher.
I've
We
been
don't
a
need to go
guest
back
2
there.
other times, and the second time I was a guest, we talk about our relationship and the journey it's been on in the hard times. But it's all wonderful and great now.
Yeah, it really is. I could pinch myself. We were just eating fruit looking at the ocean, and I was just literally
I know,
like,
and it's like, it was like hot outside.
I was like, this is dope. What
Yeah.
a good life. Petting our cats.
And it was fruit that we picked from our backyard too.
Organic fruit grown. I mean, come on, man. That's the most hippie
Come
shit.
on, man. Ooh, I just got a shiver.
It was heaven.
Mhm.
Do you two travel together for the tours? If so, do you ever want to kill each other? Not real. I mean, like some fun cities like Vegas and Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia.
I didn't go to DC. I wish I
Chicago.
did. But
Oh, yeah. It
if
got
he goes to
canceled.
the Midwest, because I'm from there, I go. So like I went to Chicago and Minneapolis because it's close to home.
And it's super fun, but it gets expensive.
Yeah, to bring another person. I usually go to Vegas. I go to Phoenix a lot of the time.
Yeah, when
'cause the
we're
place
about
there
to
is
vibrate
fun.
higher, and then it's going to change things.
And then I have a best friend in New York, so I went on that little run the first
Yeah,
time.
so
we did
yeah, the
that.
fun
So
cities.
sometimes, but
She's not going with me to Dubuque. You know what I'm saying?
no.
I'm
So
just kidding. No shots
because it's
on
like
Dubuque.
a fun city, it's sort of like a little vacation. So we've definitely had moments traveling, but we travel very well together.
This is
for the most part.
hilarious. Oh, Evan. I don't know if I should have been saying their names or not, but this guy's a comic, so I'm sure he's down. Evansford Comedy said, "Can you tell if he's having a Latino day or a white day based on his farts?" That one made me giggle. Well, the answer, Sadie.
I don't know what that means.
Mexican.
What's the difference?
Come play
in farts?
Comedy Works. No shit, man. I want to go to Denver Comedy Works so bad. Please.
Yes,
have
I
me.
want to.
Come on,
that
baby.
Too,
Take me
because
out.
I have a friend in Denver, and I want to.
I want to do Denver so bad. Any
You'll
club, anybody
You'll
know?
get me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do this. I'm down. Would you wear the sweat queso or have White Claw coming out of your pee pee?
I'd rather sweat queso because carbonation out of my wee wee would hurt.
I think the bubbles might feel good. I'll choose the White Claw piss for
Yeah, that would be like more containable because it's just when you pee. Maybe.
And
I don't sweat that much.
And I don't want to lick my skin when I sweat.
I was gonna say, maybe I would deal with. Maybe you probably get used to the bubbles. But maybe I'd rather pee White Claw.
Shout out to Doc World Film, wishing his pop Frank Meekan a happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's. But fuck. Happy Valentine's Day, Frank
Happy
Meekan.
Valentine's Day, Frank.
I hope you get the big piece of chicken and your dick sucks, sir.
Me too. I hope that too.
If you're into that stuff. What's your pickup lines for each other? Is your father a baker? Because you got some hot buns.
I'm trying to think how we picked each other up, but we're both just so goofy. I think we were just joking around a lot right off the bat.
Yeah.
And laughing.
Silly shit.
I've never been a pickup line person.
No, I just want to be silly. I just want to laugh. Yeah. That's my shit. I want to laugh.
We just connected right away because we were like always crying, laughing. Like.
Then this one, your buddy that you grew up with has. Who will end up in a chest freezer?
Does that mean like who will murder who first?
I mean, you'll have to murder me, I'd imagine.
I think I would be more likely to murder Greg.
Yeah, I'm not going to murder her. I'll joke, but I'm not really going to do it.
I would never actually murder you as if I would.
You would snap. I'm just saying, if anyone has the power to break a human being's spirit more, it's going to be me.
Oh, yeah.
So that's you're going to just fucking go, and then you'll kill me, and I'll be like, as you're killing me, I'm like, I had that coming, you know?
Yeah, as you were fading away into the darkness, you'd be like, I deserve this.
You did this, Craig. You did this to yourself. I made my bed.
And then when I'm on trial, I'm going to play them this clip and say, see, he admits it. Oh, my God. He admitted it. He did this to himself.
Oh, my God, he admitted it. That guy's the funniest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
Ruben
from the
sketch.
I can't remember the sketch. Tim Ferriss. Tim
Horton.
I don't know. It's on Netflix. It's the Ford Focus Group skit. I'm sure many of you know what we're talking about. Maybe we can link it in the show notes if we remember.
What's our favorite. Name? Ruben.
That was actually when we first started dating. That skit came out.
Ruben
it was like
Rabasa.
It was like the second or third time Craig and I was hanging out, and me and my roommate.
You know who it is. That guy's a gangster.
We got to remember to put the clip in the show notes. But me and my roommate were obsessed with that skit show, and specifically that skit. And we would watch it over and over and over again, crying, laughing. And then it was like a test for me because I was like, if this guy that I just started seeing doesn't laugh at this, then like,
so
then
she
we
had
can't
her
be together.
own fart test.
Yeah. So I showed him the video, and I was like, I was low key nervous because I was like, if he doesn't find this sense kind of humor funny, like this isn't gonna work because this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But then you laughed at it and you rewatched it 80 times with me, and then
it's still been quoting every time, and it's the best thing.
You notice more.
It's the best sketch. It's one of the best sketches I've ever seen. It's up there with Chris Farley's Nescafe Decaf Instant Coffee.
Why you son of a bitch?
Chris Farley's the funniest fucking human. Skit. Oh my God.
He's from Wisconsin. Shout out.
Damn. Well, everybody, I think that about does it, huh?
That's the add-on.
I came back with a little more positivity. And I figured out my damn questions. And, you know, you're just not always feeling, nobody's perfect. What do you want from me, people? You know, sometimes you're just like, hey, let's start some shit. And then sometimes you're not.
You're a stinker. It's okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh, what do we say to each other? Have fun. Be safe. I love you.
Be safe. I love you.
That's some good words. I actually made that up for me and my relationship with my cat, Mr. Cat.
Oh, I was like, for a second, I was like, this is from a different relationship. And I was like offended. But no, we started saying it to Mr. Cat. You started saying it.
Because I would let him out in West Hollywood. I'd open the door and I'd say to him, because he'd go out in the night in the alleys and, you know, he'd fucking do his fight. He'd fight and fuck. And then, I know that's dangerous. There's
And then
there's
we started saying
feline
it to
AIDS
each
and there's
other.
raccoons and fucking
And now
coyotes.
my friend says, say it to you.
And then I said,
overhear us saying it.
I said to him, Mr. Cat, have fun, be safe, I love you.
We need to
And then he always came back, and I love him, and he loves me, and he's safe. And now I say it to her, but now her girlfriend says it to me too.
Yeah, she's funny.
She's crazy.
You also call each other babe.
Hey babe.
Hey babe.
Hey
shut up.
Haley. Hey babe. Happy Valentine's Day. I miss you. When I shower, I think of
Wait,
you.
I have a quick Haley memory.
I just said that, and then I scratched my butt
Gross.
hole.
My friend Haley is the sweetest human ever, and also one of the funniest.
Yeah,
if
she's
not
a wild
the
one.
funniest person I know. And she's so sweet. She sent me an incredible box of donuts last year on Valentine's Day. I took about 2 bites, and then we were doing stuff. I think we took a nap, and Craig got up first, and then I got up, and you guys, this was 8 donuts, and they were all gone.
I'm sorry, man.
I was so pissed. I was like, those were not even your donuts.
It was a sugar.
He has no control. He's literally
I get a little. It's first bite,
He's
and you just have one, and then you go, and then your eyes go crazy.
Yeah.
And then you just get.
He's like Cookie Monster when Cookie Monster just throwing the cookies at his face, and they're barely all going in his mouth.
It sounds silly, but I was like, no, don't do it, Craig. And then I was like, just one more bite. And then you're like, well, that one's already gone. What's another one? And then you bite that one, and then you eat that, and then you just savor
upset.
2 little pieces, and you ate her whole box of donuts.
And then I made him take me to that donut shop and buy me all new ones.
And then I ate even more donuts, and I just had diarrhea.
Yeah.
Too much grease.
So when she sends me donuts this year, you're not allowed to have any.
Well, now that we're in a relationship, 4 for me. I'm just kidding.
She sends us 2 boxes.
We're just joking, everybody. Hey, this is why I'm going to end up in the freezer box.
I go along with the joke. I encourage it.
I know. She started it. It was their joke, and I just, yes, I ended.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're a big yes and family.
Enough of it's neither here nor there.
Oh, there.
Inside jokes, baby. What's all about those inside jokes amongst friends? Boy, I can't talk right now.
I think that means it's time to
Hello.
go. We love you.
Hello. I
Say
love
back.
you all. Have fun. Be safe. I love you.
Have fun. Be safe. I love you.
Vibrate higher. Love all that shit. You know what it is. Peace.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hello. Is there anybody in there? Just smile if you can hear me. Is there anyone at all? Boy, you're weird, Sadie. Hey, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. This is Sadie, my lady. And look, I went all out. Because she cried last Valentine's Day. And I was like, I better do something.
No,
I better
babe,
do something.
That was 2 Valentine's Day ago.
Sorry.
What did we do last year? Oh, we went to Mama D's.
Oh, that was nice. It was wasn't it a world shutdown, though? It was a different vibe last year.
We were sitting outside. It was cute.
Yeah. I meant there was limited. I tried to do shit, but it was not allowed at that time.
I don't remember.
That's my excuse.
What did we get each other?
Well, it wasn't very memorable, was it? Because neither of us. I just is pissed. This is Bull's piss.
You don't need that. It's Red Bull.
We've had 4 of them for about a year now. I just figured I'd try a half of one. I told you I really don't drink Red Bull. That's restraint. How much? Look at that. Make a wish.
I'm going to let you carry your own podcast. I'm not doing
fine.
it
I
this
got
time.
this.
This is my 3rd time here, and I carried the first 2.
Sadie, help me. I carry my own shit. I'm fine. I could sit here in silence all day. I have a loyal fan
We've
base.
been
They're
together
down.
so long. We
They're
just
down.
sit comfortably in silence. It says a lot about us as a couple.
You got me a gun range, and that's the photo of us in the knife with the goggles.
Yeah, that was my proudest
And
gift
that was
to
the
you.
best gift
It was
ever.
It was like a
was so
Groupon for a date at the gun range.
So good, I bought
It's very
another
fun.
one. And then, but what was last year? I don't remember shit.
I remember we went to Mama D's, but did we just agree not to buy presents? Maybe?
Those were the best of times, and those were the worst of times.
This year we bought each other the best presents ever.
Schwins, 2 Schwins.
And
This
they
tastes
match.
awful.
Put it down. It's very distracting.
It's a hot piss. Our bikes are so cute. Our bikes are so cute.
Especially mine. I tricked mine out. It's got a pink basket. It's got rhinestone
Mine's
butterflies
way
all
cuter.
over it.
I have an American flag bell.
Oh, yeah. And I have a pink bell with a cherry on
Way
it.
cuter. I told you.
If you want more bike content, follow me at I am Sadie Olson. I post our bikes every time we're on them
They're
because
so
I love them
cute.
so much.
We'll put a photo, insert photo right here. They're gorgeous Schwinch.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous Schwinch.
Gorgeous.
Say that 3 times
oh.
fast. I got that rose at the dollar store, and you could tell.
And you can tell.
And
I
you
think
can
it's
tell.
nice.
It's nice. I should have just got 2 of hearts. I need you. I need you.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
We'll get to it.
I also am confused why you got 3 of these heart decorations and not 4. But I think it looks great.
3 is a divine number.
I was just wondering.
Is it? Is 3 a divine number?
I don't know. 3's a
It
good
is in
number.
comedy. Rule of 3. I put
It's
2 up. Who saw that?
like-
Only the video watchers.
The angel number 333 is about balance. Creating balance in your life.
I love balance. Get this piss away from me.
Craig's not great at balance.
What?
It's either too much caffeine
Too little?
or too little. He's either in bed or he's completely freaking out. There's no in between. There's no regular.
Yeah, once you tell them stuff about me, carry on. No, I got a lot of questions. There's silly ones though. We're gonna burn through them fast.
Okay, well let's do them. We
Okay.
asked
This is the
Instagram to
deep
ask us
stuff.
questions.
Maybe we'll get to that. That's big dumb white
I
boy.
told
don't
you
want to forget his.
I told you to do this yesterday, so there would be more questions, but instead you did it an hour ago.
Whoa. Whatever. God, this is what I
Maybe
live with.
more will pop up as we're
Want to
here.
start with the sweet ones or the stupid ones?
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah.
Sweet to
Start
stupid?
sweet, then
Stupid.
go
Let's
stupid.
do
Okay.
stupid. Yeah,
Okay,
you're
do the
right.
sweet ones.
Stupid first. Does Sadie really have a stinky booty?
Oh, that is a sweet question. Thank you for asking. Do I?
No. I'm sorry. I was jarred by the next question.
Is it an intense question?
How old is Craig's dick?
How old? It's the same age as the rest of his body.
That was my answer. The same age.
37.
Yeah.
Great question. Thanks so much.
I have weird fans.
I thought you were doing the sweet questions first.
There's
so
only one
far.
sweet one.
Okay, we'll do it.
And then there's one about murder, but not even us. Just a general question about the laws with murder. Yeah, I have a weird fan base. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What have I read? Oh no.
We're going to be doing a Q&A on my podcast as well, and it's going to be very different questions.
What? I don't want to ask this one.
What's the sweet one?
It's not a sweet one. We're saving the sweet for last. What did I
No,
just
you're
say
starting
right
with
there?
sweet, I thought.
Why? Because then I can end on these garbage questions.
Maybe it'll stir up conversation.
Yeah, well, that's why it's for last.
Okay. What do you want to ask? Pick
I'm
one.
asking. I am. You keep interrupting me. This is the one I did not want to ask. Do you think Craig smokes too much?
Oh, you don't want to ask me that?
Too late.
When
I
you
just
first started smoking again, I was annoyed because it was a lot, but then you mellowed out.
Mm-hmm.
And now it depends on the day. Sometimes
Oh.
I'm like, really? You're out going out again? But for the most part, I think you have a good balance.
It's very hard balancing.
I like that we have something that we can, like, I don't get high very often, but
It is super
It's-
fun when you're like, let's smoke a joint and watch.
yeah, because like we
It's
we
very
don't go
nice.
out to like get drinks together, but it's fun to like
But
get
then
high
she
together.
just takes like 2 hits, and then I'm out there by myself just smoking the whole
I
joint.
know.
I'm like,
I'm a
boy,
lightweight.
I feel like a fiend out here.
I'm a cheap date.
Me too.
No, you're not. You have to smoke the whole joint. Your tolerance did not disappear with the how many years? 8 years.
Often. Has Craig farted on you?
Is that a serious question? Oh, I have some news though. For the first time ever, Craig sharted on me. We were watching TV and we were cuddling and he farted. And like I always tell him, if you have to push that hard, that means you don't have to fart yet. And that's how you end up pooping your pants all the time. Because how many times this guy has pooped his pants is not normal. And it's because he pushes too hard. You have to just let it.
What am I going to just wait around all day?
Let it simmer a little bit until it's ready to come out.
Want to fart if I feel it in
okay, so
anywhere.
We're watching The Witcher right now. So good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Actually, we just finished it.
Oh, bummer.
I forgot. Anyways, so these are intense episodes. You don't want to pause it in the middle. And he farts and then he pauses it and jumps up and goes in the bathroom. So I'm like, oh, yeah, to go to the bathroom.
For a while. I waited. I made sure.
But then I hear the shower turn on and I'm like, what the hell? And then he peeked out and he goes, babe, I definitely didn't poop my pants. And I'm like, oh my God, this fool pooped his pants while he was sitting on me. And that's the story of our first shart.
Even I have my limits. That was pretty.
You were embarrassed.
That was embarrassing. He
didn't want to actually tell me.
I didn't want to tell her what happened.
He farts on me all the time.
But I didn't shart the first 800, 900 times.
We went almost 3 years with no sharts on me. Almost made it.
That's pretty good. To another 3.
Praying for another 3.
They ask how long you've been together. And I'll be like, well, 3 sharts. That's about 9 years.
Let's not make that a measurement of our relationship.
It's a new length of time.
But it was a new
like a long fort.
Passed.
What was that called? Fortnight. Long fort. Whatever.
What are some other...
Fortnight.
What are some other...
It's been a fortnight since I've sharted on you.
Okay.
It's been 3 lacking thereof shots. And 3 no shotsies.
Okay.
Come on, Sadie, play with me.
What are some other monuments that we've passed? I can talk about my poop with you now. That's special. Craig doesn't like it.
No. I don't.
You'd think that he would. I thought it was sweet that I feel comfortable talking about, as my mom would say, my BMs, my bowel movements, but he doesn't like it. I need someone to share with.
I like cute farts, like funny
What's
farts.
A cute fart?
Like just any fart that doesn't smell rancid.
I either don't fart at all or it's not a fart you want to be
You farted
around.
Somewhere we were at, and it went under the table, and
that's when we were in Appleton.
Yeah, and I was like, smells like roasted peanuts. You gotta poop, don't you?
Because after you fly, you get constipated, and then you have stinky farts.
I know those roasted peanuts.
Everyone's learning a lot about my insides.
What is with constipation and making your farts smell like Mr. Planter? It doesn't make any sense. It smells like peanuts, and you know it does.
Well, it did that time, not always, I feel like.
A lot, though.
Yeah,
a lot. You're like, did somebody open a can of cashews? Or did I just fart?
Question for the listeners, what do your constipated farts smell like? Peanuts? Cashews? Walnuts?
Peanut butter?
I wish peanut butter.
I wish. Then I'd eat them.
I've said before, but I am grateful that the vast majority of the time Craig's farts do not smell. Thank God. Or I don't know if I could live with you.
I'm a lucky man. My farts don't stink. I'm soft as
silk. But when they do stink, oh, yuck. Make me throw up.
Well, you got to bring up old stuff. No. Yeah, they get a little rancid at the wrong times. Oh, watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Like, I've been woken up, not by the sound, but the smell, and then woken Craig up and been like, go find the incense, burn it now. Like, yelling at him because I'm so pissed how bad it smells.
That was a party. That was a good party. Those was the best of times.
Those was the worst of times.
You got to say it like that.
Just the worst of times.
This is really cute for the dollar store. But the little things like the dollar store, like you would think it'd be on both sides. Nope, we saved some money. It's only one side.
Oh,
Otherwise,
no, and look at this already flew out. I have to fix it. I have to fix it.
Oh, that's very nice.
It needs a little knot. Oh, it's supposed to go like this. It's fine. Oh, there's a hair tie back there.
Oh, I forgot to make fun of your hat. She wears
Go on. You love it. You're obsessed with it.
She wears that goddamn Jamiroquai hat every day of her life, dude. do do.
I look
Do, do.
cute.
Do 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 do.
You know, I wore this when I was in New Orleans, and
And did everyone go, "Oh my God, Jamiroquai's back"?
No, about 90
Jamiroquai's
people.
back.
About 90 people stopped me and said that is the coolest hat I've ever
Where
seen.
did you get it from? Jamiroquai.com? Is that what they?
Yeah,
have?
I did. I'm a big fan.
Virtual insanity. Do do, boo boo.
I love it. I've also got my heart earrings on for Valentine's Day that were crocheted by my friend Big Magic Mare. Look her up. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I got this shirt at Ross. Shout out for Ross.
Shout out Ross.
For making this shirt
Thank
cheap.
you for sponsoring us.
Making this shirt $6.99. It's just cute. It was pink. It had a broken heart. It said Heartbreaker. I wore it one time.
Is that really from Ross? No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on. Was there any other questions?
Yeah, the weird one about murder.
I don't know if I want to answer the question, but I want to know what the question is.
How did y'all meet?
Murder. What a full circle moment. That's how we met.
Murder.
We've told the story of how we met before, but that was a long time ago.
At the Laugh Factory. Oh, you saw me before. That's funny.
Yeah.
She was on a date and saw me a year before.
Wait, let me tell this story.
Okay.
So 1 year before I met Craig, I was on a date with somebody, and this is when I was living in Santa Barbara. No, it was not. This is when I was living in Santa Barbara, and we came to LA for a night and wanted to go to a comedy show. And I remember Craig was on that show, and this is my first memory of Craig, is that me and my date were walking to the Laugh Factory, and then we were walking behind Craig with a girl who was probably your girl at the time. And I like nudged him and I went, "That guy's on the show." And he was kind of like, "All right, whatever." But I thought it was cool.
And then I turned around and I said, "I'll get you later."
And then we went to the show, and then when we left, I expressed that I thought Craig was the funniest one on the show, and I like whatever, and then my date, this was a toxic answer, but was like, "Oh, what, you have a crush on him now?" And I was like, I just said he was really funny, but okay. So, yeah, it was an uncomfortable moment. But then, joke's on him, we did end up together. I wonder if that person knows that we're dating or remembers that moment. That'd be funny.
He's like, "I knew it."
But then I moved to LA a year later, and within 3 weeks of moving to LA, I was back at the Laugh Factory, and it was on Craig's birthday. And it was so cute because at the show, all of his friends went up on stage. I think they were surprising you. They went up on stage with a candle
and cake
and brought him up, and we all sang happy birthday.
Yeah. And I went and pulled my phone out to record it, and I forgot to hit record.
And then after the show on the sidewalk, I was gonna call an Uber to go home. And we bumped into each other, quite literally. And then you were like, oh, and then you were going to give your friends a ride home. And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to the den to get a drink." And then you showed up there and tapped me on the shoulder. And you were like, "Hey, I came back," it was so cute that you came back to hang out with me. We had literally met for 3 seconds, but you were like, "I'm going to go."
Yeah, well, you're a hot girl with a fat ass, so I was just like, "What's up?"
I know, and then we were at the den, and then we went to the comedy store.
Joking. It was her heart of
and
gold.
Then we got pizza. It was my heart of gold. Ding. And then you asked me to come to your house, and I laughed at you, and I said, "No." And then you drove me home. And then you drove me home, and then I was gonna get out of the car, and you really awkwardly were like, "Your purse is a circle," as you leaned over, and then you kissed me. I just remember you being to put your hand on my leg, but my purse was there, and you're like, "Your purse is a circle," and then
human
leaned
touch,
in.
"Come on, let me grab your booty, girl." And then she didn't, and I was like, "Arr."
I let you grab my booty the second time we hung out, so
yeah, that was a good time. That was a better date. No, I'm just kidding. It was perfect.
And then I went in and I was laughing, and I told my roommate, I was like, "I kissed a guy," and she's like, "Who did you kiss? Who did you find to kiss?" And then I was like,
"A comedian.
This guy, I found you on Instagram." And I was like, "Whoa, he's got lots of followers. Cool."
And that's why she stuck around for the followers. No, yeah, this is funny.
But I thought that was,
I remember all that
was
now.
cool.
It's funny that guys don't remember shit like that, and then she says it. You're like, oh yeah, I remember everything. I don't remember the circle. I thought I was much smoother than that. I thought it was
I had this
Casanova.
circle purse. Those were in style for a while. Wow, you're really burping up a storm over there.
It's the beverage.
Everything
it's
okay?
The beverage. I'm drinking bubbles.
We both burp a lot, but it's like really going.
I gotta switch to water.
What was your first impression when you saw me? I think you already said it. Hot girl with a fat ass. But seriously.
I like big booties.
But you met me facing me.
You were sweet. You're very sweet.
Were you like? Did the sky open up and the angels start singing? Say yes. Say yes.
Oh yeah, that's how it always.
Tell me a story. Be dramatic. Hand me up.
Oh shit, this is trouble.
Come on, improv. Let's go.
Yes, I saw a future of me being able to shart on you,
Aw,
and you
sweet.
forgiving me for the unforgivable. Poop. No.
Yeah, we've been through a lot.
And that. Yeah, I remember just laughing. That's what I remember most. Just having a good. We would just Mr. Cat would attack us, and we would just laugh.
Yeah, Mr. Cat showed up on your doorstep, like literally when I showed up on your doorstep, so to speak.
Yeah, 2 stray cats. I let them in.
And you couldn't get rid of us since.
It's the kibble. Yeah. I'm not good at talking about this stuff. Can you tell?
Just
I
be
get
sweet.
nervous. I'm trying.
He's so sweet to me. Like he's constantly
but
saying
yeah, but not
sweet
on
things
camera.
to me.
You know, that's for behind closed doors. I have to be funny.
You
stink.
You can do both.
You're a bad person.
You're a bad person. You're so stupid.
I don't know. It's. I'm actually the most affectionate of my family. I always say like I love you to my sisters, and they won't say it back. I'm like, say it back. Say it back.
Yeah, you're you're like on the phone with like your guy friends, and you'll be like, "Love you, bye." I love you, man. Bye. Like
and they won't say it back.
You tell everyone. Craig's the cutest. Like he sends heart emojis to like everybody. Like not just me. Like you'll send it to your guy friends.
They never send them back.
You know what?
And they always call me gay.
What made me laugh so hard is that now we barely text each other because
we live with
each other. And then when you're on the road, we just like FaceTime once a day. Craig does not like texting. He's an old man. But when we first started dating,
so many questions.
He would send
I don't want to answer.
He would send me the emoji that's like a lipstick kiss. And it made me laugh. Me and my friend, my roommate, laughed so hard because it was lipstick. Like there's a kiss. There's a little face emoji that's blowing a kiss, but you chose the lipstick kiss. Like that's.
Oh, whatever. It's the right one. I chose the right one.
As though you put some lipstick on and you blew me a kiss.
Well, I guess if you put it that way,
it's just that's what I mean. You're just like so sweet, and you like it's very cute. You're a little cutie tootie.
Yeah, you should take lessons in my sweetness and spit it right back here.
I do, first of all, and we have different love languages, and I'm trying hard to be more of the words of affirmation.
When we wake up, she doesn't even kiss me on both sides of my chin.
I do. I just wake up earlier, and he doesn't remember.
Is that if I'm not awake? You're okay. A creep, and you're stealing kisses from a sleeping man. Okay, Bill Cosby.
I literally spend the first 15 minutes of my morning snuggling him and touching his hair and giving him kisses, because if I don't, I hear about it. And then he'll still come out and be like, babe, what the hell? You didn't give me any affection this morning. I'm like, I did. You were sleeping. You just don't remember. I do it every morning. And you always smile in your sleep too. Like, so I think you know.
Nope.
I'm just going to like shake you aggressively first and then be like, oh, good morning.
You just have to know when I wake back up, you have to come back in real quick.
I mean, I know when to come back in because you holler, you say, Sadie.
She's always working. I'm like, dude, get back to bed. What are you doing? She's trying real hard to build an empire. I'm like, go to sleep.
Yeah, so I was trying to get me to
She
take
doesn't
naps
get it.
and shit. Who has
Oh.
the time?
Oh, nice. Scam Likely's calling me. You fuck. It's getting worse and worse. Okay, here's the murder one.
Okay.
Big dumb white boy. Shout out to Gorman. What part should intent play? Part should intent play in determining the punishment for a crime? For instance, if a man attempts to kill another man but fails to kill him and instead only wounds him, should he receive a lighter sentence than a man who intends to kill another man and succeeds in doing so? I'd say for sure lighter sentence. He didn't die. I know it's pretty bad. So, I guess.
How do you prove intent to kill if they didn't kill them, I guess?
Well, the bullet hole, a myth, that he's saying.
Maybe they meant to miss. I don't know. Isn't that like hard to prove intent? I have literally no idea.
I say if the man dies, you should probably spend the rest of your life in prison because you took a man's life. Eye for an eye. I don't know if I believe in capital punishment. It depends on how bad the crime is.
So moving on from murder.
What are your thoughts?
I don't think about murder. I've got a lot of heavy stuff I deal with in my life. I'm not going to bring murder into it. What's the next question? Moving on.
I think that's it.
I just wanted to hear the murder question to know what it was. In depth.
Let me go to the request over here. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I should have put it up when you told me to put it up.
Yep. Yesterday.
Whatever. I'll take it down now. We're done.
Well, you could check back in a few minutes. Someone might have added one.
Oh, what the hell? I got some notes, though. I've been busy.
Oh, you took some notes for once.
Been busy. But this is all ranty stuff. It's you could join
About
in.
me?
No.
Well, then what am I doing here?
I don't know. You could leave now. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's just all my road stories of the horrible things that happen on the road. There's so many things. But we could talk about Hamilton.
Talk about Hamilton?
She loves Hamilton. I bought 2 tickets to Hamilton, and I fucked up. I think I have to sell them.
Because we already have plans.
We never have plans.
So
we have one plans every 7 months, and then I buy the thing for the tickets.
Which was the sweetest surprise. Well, it was supposed to be a surprise.
But then
I'm
I was
obsessed with Hamilton. Obsessed.
Oh, that's the funny part of it. I almost bought Book of Mormon because I just forgot. I was like, I know it's.
I really do actually want to see Book of Mormon.
It was a
too.
hit.
I love all musicals.
And it was a hit. I knew it was a hit Broadway. I was like, what's that big one? What's that big? Oh, Book of Mormon. That's the big one.
I would have loved that too.
But then I was like, no, something else. I was like, this is.
You know what's funny is that Craig pretends like he doesn't care about Hamilton, but in the car he'll be like, "Babe, are you feeling a little down? Should I put Hamilton on?"
No.
I'm like, "You're the one saying that I'm down." Like, like when he wants to listen to it, he'll be like, "Babe, I'm gonna do something really sweet for you."
No, the only time Hamilton comes on is when I'm too tired to drive and I need to nap, and you have to drive because it's the only way I could get her to drive.
That's true too.
She's like, I'll drive if I could play Hamilton. And that's the only time.
He's like sleeping.
So
I have it blasting and I'm like singing every word.
She's driven 4 times total because I can't. I like the history though. I do because I start Googling in my sleep. Mm-hmm. I wake up like, oh shit, Hamilton did a lot of stuff.
I learned so much.
I learned so much about Hamilton, but I'm also like, I rather listen to Wu-Tang Clan rap.
Yeah, I mean that's good too, but sometimes Hamilton's the move.
I just can't do it. I can't do it in the play. Once I see the play, I might be able to.
Well, I tried to get him to watch it on Disney Plus, and he won't.
Oh.
I cried the whole time because it was exactly how I imagined it. The choreography, I love it. Have you gone to a musical before?
I actually do enjoy them. I don't know why I have such resistance to them when I enjoy them almost every single time.
I really want to see Hugh Jackman in a musical because...
The Greatest Showman of Earth.
Oh, The Greatest Showman.
Did I say that?
I can't even begin to talk about The Greatest Showman. I went to see that in movie theaters over 7 times. Because it's meant to see in theaters, okay? Because it's this big production. It's meant to see big with the surround sound. I've watched it at home too. It's just not the same. It came out when I lived in Santa Barbara, and I took everyone I knew individually to the movie theater to see it.
I think I saw 2 movies twice. It was Napoleon Dynamite and the one with Alan Arkin, and he's the old grandpa, and the Little Miss Sunshine.
Are you claiming that you've only watched 2 movies more than once? Because that is
no,
not
in the
true.
movie theater. In the movie theater.
Oh, in
Past
the movie
movies.
theater.
I mean, Goonies.
I
I've
was
seen
like,
300
this guy's
times.
watched.
I can't stop watching John Wick.
John Wick. I was gonna say The Witcher, but that's what the show we're watching.
I can't stop watching True Grit. I've seen True Grit 40 times.
Yeah, I was like, you're a liar.
This is my favorite Western. Whispers.
Okay, but I want to talk about Hugh Jackman for a moment.
Of course you do.
Because how cool is it that you can be like on Broadway and have one of the most incredible singing voices and also be so badass and be like the Wolverine? The range of that man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
Let's not forget Real Steel. With the fighting robots. It's a good movie.
I just think he's the coolest, and I love his voice, and he's doing something in New York right now. I can't remember what it's called, but we walked past the theater when I was there, and I was like, man, we should have gone to see that.
Yeah, he started in theater. Then he blew up acting, and I mean, hot damn. They finally let him do a Wolverine movie rated R, and it was like the best movie ever made.
He should make Wolverine the musical. I'd watch it.
The worst.
I'm gonna write it and then I'm gonna send it to him. I got big dreams.
I know what we could talk about. I like to, as I'm learning so much, trying not to be a fuck up, I like to share the lessons I've learned. Henceforth, the name community service, and why I've been in community service a time or two for other knucklehead behavior, but you get the point. We could talk about that manifestation shit, the morning pages. She got me on the morning pages.
Yeah.
And her shit's popping off. So at such a quantum leap, at such an accelerate, like
I feel like it's quantum leap times 10,000.
Yeah, like where I'm getting my shit in my career and my stuff, but it took about a decade, and she's getting it in like a year. And I like so fast to where I literally just started laughing and giggling because I was just like, I remember what I said. I was like, Sadie did her homework.
Yeah.
Because she's at her fucking desk every day, and I'm over here like flapping my nutsack at her, being like, play with me, you know. Let's smoke some dope and rub each other.
He gives me a hard time
and
when
she's
I'm
like,
trying to
I'm
focus.
working, and I'm like, oh God, come on.
But now you see it's paying off.
And she's always doing those little tricks.
Spells. They're not tricks. They're spells.
They're whatever.
Tricks.
She's turning
illusions.
tricks over there. I've seen her. And then let's share that one. I tried to share it, but my reiteration of lessons isn't always maybe so smooth. But the one I like, the one where you write down like 10 things and you choose the one that would trickle down and affect.
Oh yeah, how I set goals.
Yeah, that goal setting shit. Because I know sometimes I want so many things. We all want so much shit, whatever what field the fuck we're in, whether it's arts or farts. and or you just job, whatever. You want to move up in the corporate shit. I mean, I get it. I hate corporations, but they pay money and you got to provide for your family. So you could do goals in any fucking thing whatsoever. It doesn't have to be arts. And this is a shortcut to figuring this out. There you go. Green light.
Yeah. So
tell them.
I did this in the new year with a group of clients. And so, like I'm just going to do New Year's resolutions as an example, but you can do this any time of year. And the idea is that, sometimes we set New Year's resolutions. One, we set them because we think it's what we should be, or goals like, oh, I should be, I'm this age, so this should be what my goal is, or I'm at this point in my career, so this is what I should be doing. Or we like have so many things we want that we get overwhelmed and we maybe set too many goals, and then we don't do any of them.
None of them, which
right?
is I'm guilty of. I'm like, I got to get all of this, and then I go, oh man, this is a big old mountain.
So overwhelm is the antidote.
I'm gonna hide in the corner.
Overwhelm is the antidote to like getting what you want. Like you can't overwhelm yourself. So what I like to do is make only 3 goals for the entire year, which sounds kind of crazy, but let me explain. Divine 3, yes. Throwback, circle back.
Comedy divine.
So if you're like, okay, I want to start, creating stuff in my life. I want to make life what I want it to be and ready to like get somewhere. Examine the different areas of your life. So that could be like relationships, family, career, finances, spiritual. What were some of the other ones? Do you remember?
I was zoned out. I was staring at that plant over there and not
Well, make a
listening
list
to
of the
you.
different
Sorry
like
about that.
areas in your life. There's
She
like
just
friends and
talks so
family,
much,
romantic relationships, spiritual, career, finance, etc. And then pick the 3 areas of life that would make the biggest difference in your life if you were to improve that area of life, right? So you're already narrowing it down because we can't fix everything. And that idea of like when it rains, it pours, like if it's going good in one area, that's going to ripple out into your life. So we pick 3 areas of life, and then each area of life, write everything you want in that area of life. Like every goal, every desire, speak it all out or write it all out. And then within those, thank you for that contribution. Within those, pick the one thing out of all of those goals, out of all of those desires, that if you were to focus on that one, it would almost have like an umbrella effect or like a trickle down, and it would sort of intuitively or very easily allow those other things to happen.
It would water the plants and let the seeds grow,
Yeah.
and then you get fruit in the spring.
So an example of this would be if you're like, well, I want to get
It'll
my
grow.
finances in order. Are you going to let me finish?
You
asked
helping.
me to do
I'm
this.
helping out. I was like, that's a great analogy. You know I'm right.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
coincides with what you're saying.
So if you-
Coincides.
So if let's say you want to get your finances in order, and some of your desires are like, well, I want to make $100,000 this year, and I want to have, like 3 months living expenses in my savings, and I want to have this much in my investments, and I want
a new Rambo Bowie knife.
Sure. I want to, I want
Rambo
a new car. I want to upgrade my apartment or whatever. Well, I call it the domino goal. The goal that would allow those other things to happen would be to earn $100,000. So you should focus all of your energy on doing what you can to make that your income. And then that's going to allow the savings to fill up faster and easier. That's going to allow you to build up your investments. That's going to allow you to buy the new things that you want. All of that, instead of going like, oh my gosh, I need to focus my energy on figuring out my savings. I need to focus my energy on how to save for this and how to manage that. You can just focus on earning and then allow those other things to fall into place very easily. And you can do this in any area.
The trickle
of life.
down effect. I remember when doing this exercise, I was just writing my notes, and I forgot I got to pull them back up. But no, I just because you write down like 10 things you want, but then to reiterate everything she just said, you just choose the one that makes them all flourish and then focus on that one as opposed to 10 individual ones, because that's when you just go, oh fuck, this is so much,
and then you're gonna like
Why'd
give
I
up
say
on
it
all
that
of
way?
it probably.
And then you just go like
Yeah.
this.
So 3 goals, that's it at a time. And then when you accomplish one of those goals, you can move on to a new area of life if you want or whatever. But I've been doing that for a while now, and
head down, keep going too, because I always want to quit because it's just hard, and you're just like, oh fuck, I don't want to do none of this. But then you just don't, and then you just keep going.
Wise words. And then you just don't, and then you just keep going.
And then you just keep going, and then you got a fat big old nice ass right here. No.
Well, it's
and then
important
you gotta
to remember.
no, I'm sorry, I'm a jackass. But then like where we started and where we are now, as I crack jokes and say big booty and stuff. But you know what it is. I was a drug addict living at home with my mama, and now I got a beach home with a beautiful girl, and I make a living at doing what I love. That's fucking crazy, And that was just baby steps over a decade. Now I'm watching this witch over here. Literally, she's a witch. I'm not talking shit now. I was like, are you wearing a witch hat? We should have we'll throw one in. She sells witch hats. And
I don't sell witch hats. What are you talking about?
Your merch hat.
Oh, my baseball cap that says witch. I was thinking
That's
my
a witch
pointy hat.
Is that not a fucking witch hat? That's a witch hat.
I was like, I thought you meant like a
She's
pointy
got one
black
piece of
hat.
merchandise, and I'm plugging in. She's like, I don't sell that.
I just
shit.
sell witch hats. Oh my god,
She does sell witch hats.
I was picturing
Go
me
get
in my
your
pointy
witch hat
black
real
hat.
quick.
You want me to
He'll
get
get
up?
it. He'll get it. He'll get it.
I think it's hanging on the door. I don't know.
Sorry, Chris. Thank you.
But
yeah, just from of where you can build shit and rebuild, and it falls apart, and then you just
I think it's in the living room.
Your
Maybe.
witch hat.
My witch hat.
I don't have a witch hat. Oh, that witch hat. Yes, I have a witch hat.
I'm not used to having my own merch. It's weird. It's cool. But I wanted to say before that you usually feel the most resistance or right before you have the biggest breakthrough.
Jackpot.
Thank you. This is my witch hat.
Is that not a witch hat, or is that a witch hat?
We also sell, it says goddess, and you can get it in pink, black, or white, and it says goddess hangs on the back. That's my podcast. I wear this hat every single day, and I was like, I don't have a witch hat. We'll set that there.
She talks about being a Wiccan.
I'm not Wiccan, actually. It's different.
Is it? I don't know the difference.
Okay.
It's too many things.
But I was saying, you usually feel the most resistance right before you're about to have a breakthrough, and that's when people give up, when they were like so close to turning a corner, or having the thing manifest that they really wanted. So I always say, like, if you are feeling really down, you feel like giving up, if you're feeling really low, like when I'm going through those times, I kind of get excited because I'm like, oh, something big is coming. I'm about to have the breakthrough that I've been desiring. Like, I kind of embrace it because that's how you feel right before, because our egos freak out. They're like, no, we can't change.
Yes, when I was feeling really down and low, taking that doo-doo shower of shame, looking at the mud water, I was just like...
Gross.
I was just like, there's going to be a breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get something.
And what did you get out of that, babe?
I got a sudden urge to do the laundry. What did I get out of that?
I don't know. Did you learn a lesson? Not to push so hard when you feel like you have to fart?
Yeah, I kind of pulled back a little bit after that.
Like, I feel like when we're like in bed together, like I'll feel his whole body start to tense up, and I'm like, no, too hard. You don't have to push that hard. Like, I can feel his whole little body. I'm like, no. I don't like
What are some of the weird things I do? You've already listed all the things.
We already did that episode.
That's
I don't
the past
remember no
one.
more.
You're like, it all blends in.
It's
now.
also, when things are just your normal. So I'm like, I don't know how to
things are
pinpoint
so
them.
weird to where
What are
it's
weird
just
things that I
accepted
do?
at norm. I don't know. We're both so weird.
Yeah. We're
I mean, look at her hat right now.
This isn't weird. This is called fashion. This is fashion, sweetie. Look it up. You just wear the same outfit for the rest of your life. And that's
I'm wearing
fine.
pink today for Valentine's Day.
You did switch it up
I did
a little.
all out.
Every time we go shopping, he's like, babe, what do you think about this flannel? And I'm like, you literally have that in your closet. And then he buys it anyways.
Problems, man. I like sugar. I like caffeine. I like flannels.
We'll be in the store and he's holding up almost the same things. And he's like, should I get both of them? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
They're slightly different. Fuck.
I just embrace it now. And I'm like, whatever makes you happy.
I need new luggage. I just realized that big old pink sucker has had it.
Mm-hmm.
Has had it. I have some time. I can't wait to go to TJ Maxx. You know I like hunting for a good deal. You know I like shopping.
Well, if that one fell apart so fast, maybe you should invest in a nice one.
This broad over here always telling me what to do.
Well, I just
I'm
think...
kidding. No, that's absolutely...
Because you end up
agree.
spending less in the long run.
I'm making fun of you, but in reality, you're 100% right.
That one lasted, 3 months, maybe? If you buy a new
6
cheap
months.
suitcase, 3
6?
months, twice
months?
a year,
But
you
it
buy
was
a new
$49.99.
suitcase.
This is the biggest suitcase I've ever seen in my life.
So
yeah,
you
I
spend
better get it.
$100
I'll
a
get a
year.
Samsonite.
Or you could just spend $100 or $200 and have it for 5 years.
I agree. I was making fun of you, but you're right. You're right.
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you. Thanks. Did you talk about morning pages on here by yourself?
Yeah, I did. Those, you know what it is, y'all. I've talked about it, but those morning pages help so much.
Crazy
Crazy amount
Yeah.
of And if you don't know what morning pages are, you just write for 3 pages. It could be small pages. I got a little book, and not this small, but like and it doesn't matter. Stream of consciousness, could be hate, anger, rage, could be love, silly, happy. It varies from day to day. Some day I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, that was dark. But you write it out. That's the point.
You get it out.
It gets it out. And then you're just chill, man. It's I would say it's more effective than those tranquil mind pills I speak so highly of, which are extremely effective as well. Yeah. The cold cup combo of those, if you got a little high anxiety or you drink too much caffeine, not that that's ever happened to me before. But yeah, your eyes start twitching. Get some morning pages, ease up on the caffeine, Craig. I go back and forth. I get it under control. I go, oh, just 1 cup a day. And then you're in Wesley Chapel alone on the road and you just have 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day because there's Dunkin' Donuts next door. And the donuts.
Okay, well, that took a turn.
What? The darkness is upon us. Now, what was I talking about? Anyhow,
morning pages.
Keep it up. Yeah, morning pages, write out, stream of consciousness. Literally the thing you taught me, you could, if you have trouble going, you could just literally start writing. I am writing on this page, and then
I don't know what to write.
And you'll be surprised. Your brain, you just start farting out those stream of consciousness thoughts, and getting it out is of heavenly. It's just do it. Just trust me. Oh look, scam likely again from Fifi, Washington. Go fuck yourself, Fifi.
Can I say something?
Sorry, yes.
About morning pages?
Yes.
Don't let me talk.
Hey.
You just start going and yapping.
Shit.
Don't let me chime in.
Shish. I was trying to do Austin Powers. Remember? Shish. Shish. Got a shrimp on a bobby.
I was gonna say morning pages for me typically begin as like almost like a journal entry, so I can just kind of like get my brain going. Where I'll be like, yesterday I did this, and then it slowly morphs into like stream of consciousness. But I've had like. One day I had a memory surface that I didn't consciously recall, that I felt like really guilty about like a fight I had with my mom, who, has now passed. And like, I was processing it in these morning pages, and I was like sobbing, crying, and I had no idea I was holding on to that. And I was like, wow, that was like a 5 years worth of therapy. I feel like I just got out in like one morning. And the difference I felt after that, and I didn't even know it was something. I just started writing it out of how I felt so guilty about this thing, and I was like, whoa, I've been holding on to that for like how many years now? Almost 6 years, and I had no idea. So stuff will bubble out as you continue to practice and get more comfortable, just like letting your consciousness flow.
And I think that's what's so beautiful about the morning pages is it just gets shit out that you don't even know that's in you. You didn't even know that was in you, and now it's out, and you're like, oh, cool, I feel better.
It's made such a difference between the two of us. Like the whole energy of the household changed.
Yeah, she was a little feisty and a little crazy. And I was more coming from just like, let's just chill, babe.
Yeah, that's exactly the roles each of us.
Stop grabbing my ass all the time, babe. Like, you just need to chill.
I have
you just need to chill
one
out
request when it comes to my ass and Craig's involvement is that he doesn't credit card swipe me or anything like in the crack.
She walking by me.
He can grab it, he can slap it, but he always wants to stick his hand in the crack, and I don't like that. And I have one rule, and he doesn't follow it, and I hate it.
There is nothing better than
he always goes like that and then moves his hand back and forth.
I like to spend.
I'm
making money now. I'm making money now. Come on.
Oh, shit. It's okay. My hat fell.
Come on, Sadie.
I have to tell this story.
Oh, yeah, about your friends?
I feel like I already told this on your podcast for some reason. Maybe I did. They weren't my friends, just kids. Okay, there was this couple that I went to high school with. And they were just weird, and every day, I don't know if they had multiple t-shirts or they were just wearing the same one, but every day they wore matching I'm with stupid t-shirts. And they were just, I don't know, they were just characters, right? Like they were just weird. And me and my friends had like the same lunch hour as them, and they were standing in front of us in line, and like the guy to the girl was like swiping her butt and being like, And then the girl would go, access denied, and then he like did it to the front, and then she was like, access granted. We were like, ah! No, we didn't need to hear that.
How old?
This is, I don't know,
High school?
16, 17, you know, like
They're ahead of the game.
they were so funny. And we still to this day as 30-year-olds say, access denied. Like me and my friends do each other.
It's a classic bit.
Me and my friends don't let go of any memories or jokes that we
I don't know who
ever
did it
laughed
first, but I know Will and Grace made it famous. That's for sure. Denied, approved, or access granted.
But yeah, I think we should get I'm with stupid t-shirts. But mine says I'm with stupid, and then yours says I'm with
Sadie?
Sadie.
That doesn't seem fair at all. Doesn't seem...
And mine
Yours
mine
is
says
I'm with sexy.
I'm with stupid, and then yours just says stupid. It says I'm
funny.
stupid.
That's funny. You could say I'm with stinky, and then mine will say stinky.
Stinky. That's good.
That's better, because I'm not stupid. I'm stinky.
Someone make us those t-shirts and send them, and we'll wear them.
Stupid.
We'll do a photo shoot.
For this, it'd be better if it was stupid.
Yeah, but I like stinky because you are stinky.
It's more on brand. I showered today.
You did shower.
I showered today. Am I sitting on a booty wipe?
What? Sitting on it? What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just riffing. Come on, Sadie.
Some
They're not all
Some
gold.
of your riffing.
They're not all gold. What do you want
Some
from
of
me?
your riffing, I don't know. I'm a
it's-
good riffer. You know I am. But some of them, I'm like, I don't know where
I'm
you're
a
going
weird
with that.
riffer. I'm a weird riffer.
Yeah. Remember when you were on my podcast?
I'm a non sequitur riffer. You know what I mean? It makes sense in my brain, but probably no one else's. But sometimes it's very funny and genius, and other times you're just like, something's off with Craig. You know, he's off his rocker. I get a lot in the comedian groups I'm in. I'm the weird, you know.
Yeah, I know shit.
And then I'm like, that was funny. That was funny to me. I don't know what y'all get weirded out about.
Remember when Craig was a guest on my podcast, Gotta Sings, and we were just telling him random stuff that he had to improv because we were like, for sure you were like the worst one in improv class.
So good.
That everyone felt they were like, oh, I got partnered with Craig because you just don't know what.
It was
so weird, the turns you take.
When it was good, it was unbelievably good, and when it was bad, it was very bad.
No
and it was a lot of bad. I was a lot of bad, but when it was good, it was
yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be trendy. I want a Gucci wallet, but I want like the thin sliver one. I don't. Those can't be that much. Also, I'll probably get a bootleg off the old Santee Alley in downtown LA because I just get 20.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted a Gucci wallet.
I'll take a bootleg though.
I'll get you one for your birthday. How
Okay.
much are they? Before I promise.
Probably like a G.
No.
But if it's the slim one, I'm guessing 200, 300.
I was gonna say, but it's like 250 or something.
But that's still ridiculous. The ghetto one is $20.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the same frequency as a real one.
I'll put a little sage on it and lavender oil, and we'll change the frequency.
No, it's about the vibe, the vibration.
$300.
300
For the little
okay, I said
sliver of the
250.
wallet? The sliver of the wallet
Yeah,
one.
you can get one with a snake on it.
Ooh, snake's cool. I'll get you that one. I love snakes. Not real life.
You better
snakes,
accept
but-
those cookies, Chris. Fucking cookies on every website. I love cookies, but that's not the cookies I want.
That's cool.
Yeah. $300. They're just rude. I don't need it.
I'm gonna get it for you for your birthday.
I'm an old man. I don't need it. I want a bootleg. Ouch.
Okay, I'll get you the bootleg one then.
Oh, really?
If that's what you would prefer.
No. You spend your money on that, and then I'll appreciate it. I just can't do it, you know. It's the tightwad in me.
Well, I'm a rich witch, so I'll get you one for your birthday.
Thank you.
This or something better. That's my motto.
This or something better.
Like when you do a spell or when you have a goal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you
It
know.
is cool. I want this movie or
Can
something
you let me
better.
finish my thought once in a while? You are constantly interrupting me.
I don't know what you're
He
talking
doesn't
about.
interrupt me in real life, but every time I'm on the podcast, he cannot let me speak.
You got me excited.
I know. I'm just like,
I'm
you
just
don't do this
talking.
in real life, and it drives me
She
crazy.
does this in real life. You know, it's honestly in reverse.
Yeah,
in real life,
it's
she
because we're
talks over me
excited.
all the time.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts. But I never do in real life. But on my podcast.
Well, sometimes you do in real life. But not as
Barely.
much. But I know it's because you're excited, but you have to let I'm a guest. You have to. Do you do this to your guests or just to me?
I do. I get excited.
He
I
does it
just
to
want to
everybody?
talk.
Chris is like, yeah, he does it to everybody.
I get excited because I don't know what to say, and then they get me something to say, and I go, I got stuff to say now, you know. And then if
just
I don't
hold the
say it, I'll
thought.
forget it. It's a vicious cycle, I know.
How long have you been podcasting? You haven't figured this out yet?
I haven't figured life out.
It's a delicate dance between remembering your next question and what you want to contribute and also listening. It is hard.
It is. It is.
I feel like my podcast has been a little over a year now, and at first it was so hard to interview people. I would just panic and like sweat because I was like, I have to listen to what they're saying and then decide what I want to say in response to it, and then I also have to remember my next question. It is hard. I forgot what I was gonna say earlier.
Yeah, what
that
were
I was
we
like,
even
why did you
talking
interrupt
about? I'm
me?
trying to bring it back now, and I was literally in
I
my
wanted
head
to
like,
say something, but you interrupted me, and I don't remember what you did.
This or better.
Oh, I wanted to explain it.
oh.
I wanted to explain it. When you set a
No,
goal,
I'm not excited anymore.
or you are working a spell, if you are so inclined,
Tricks, turning tricks is what I call it.
you always it's not turning tricks. Yeah, well, when I'm turning tricks, I'm turning big old tricks. You always want to say this or something better because we think we're dreaming really big, but sometimes there's even more than we can possibly fathom available to us. So you always want to keep it open.
Yes.
Open-ended. This or something better. This
Yeah.
or something better.
This or
something
something better.
And if what you wanted did not come to be, it's because something better is on its way.
Yeah, yes. And I've had that happen a couple times in my career where I got kicked off a show. And then I was like devastated and gutted. And then in reality, that show ended up stinking and flopping. And I got other stuff because of people felt when I was cut from the show, they felt guilt. So they were like, oh, fuck, I feel bad. We said this, and that. None of that happened. Here's a bone. Here's a this, you know. And then it ended up being very fruitful in other avenues I never saw coming. And it never would have happened if I wasn't chopped from the show.
Yeah.
You know. And the things that I got was JFL and representation, which changed everything. And the show did nothing. But if it was a hit show, I would have been suicidal for sure. Absolutely. I'd be like, I was supposed to be on that hit show. I did nothing wrong. They cut me because I talk about farts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So that was the best of times, and it was the worst of times.
if it's crazy once you decide to believe that the universe is working in your favor, no matter what, it really does.
Yes, all the hippie cliche sayings are true, motherfuckers. You know this. All those positive Pete's, I try so hard, but sometimes the darkness creeps in. I had too much sugar. You know, they put a little bleach in my tooth, and I'm like, you know, the bizarro comes out. Arf, arf, arf. You know?
No.
Okay, Princess Light over there all the time. You ain't got no darkness.
Yes, you know I have darkness. You know I've been through my own shit.
She was goth for
Have
a
you
little
ever?
while.
Okay. I mean,
Speaking
true,
of darkness,
kind of.
talk about that fashion style you went through in the...
Yeah, I was more of like a emo scene kid, not really goth. Still am at heart. But I was gonna say, did you ever? I know you don't really read, but maybe you listen
That was
to
a
the
shot.
book.
That's a shot.
He doesn't really read.
I read all the
He
time.
bought the tiniest, thinnest book that might be laying around somewhere here, and
I
he
gave it
still
away.
hasn't read it. Wait, I would have read that.
It's gone now.
As a man cometh or something.
As a man thinketh.
Thinketh.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Sadie.
Cometh. Wink, wink. I'm about to cometh.
What is that about? It's about positivity, stoicism. That's what it's about.
Well,
Marcus Aurelius shit. You know,
I was
stuff
gonna
like-
ask if you ever read The Alchemist.
No, but I'll audio listen to that. I started.
It's really good. Have you read it?
No.
It's a short little book. It's a fiction book, but it's following the story and it repeats throughout. But basically, he says, you know, the universe is always conspiring in your favor, and like he's on this like journey, and like in one part he gets robbed of like all of his money, and he's like in a foreign land, and you know it feels like there's nowhere to go from here. Like he has to go home, but then it turns out that he finds someone to help him, and because he met that person, that all this other stuff happens. And at the end, he's going through all these things that seem like terrible roadblocks and challenges, but it just becomes proven time and again that it was for his good that these things happened, that the universe was conspiring in his favor, that he was meant to take this sort of roundabout way to get where he needed to go. And then I think at the end of it, he like kind of, well, I won't ruin that end, but
yeah, I've told this story a million times, but that firecracker horse assault incident with the police changed my life and got me. I said I was going to get into stand-up and sober, and it took a while, but I did. And if it wasn't for that day, I would not have done that. And this is as silly as I talked about my Facebook conundrum with the link and not being able to change my link. So I haven't been able to fix that. And it drove me nuts because I'm promoting Cobb's Comedy Club and not CraigConant.com. And I'm just like, and it was boosting a post that has 6.7 million views. So I want to keep boosting that post to sell tickets to my comedy shows. And then I improvised and I was like, oh, I'll boost the Instagram Driving on Mushies instead of the Facebook. It has 1.1 million views. Still very good, but not 6. But I was like, fuck it. So then I boosted the Instagram post, and then it ended up working better than the Facebook post. And it sounds, I'm over there ready to pop a vein on my forehead like, why won't they let me edit the link? And then it made me improvise, go to Instagram and run an ad. I know that's a silly little thing, but it's a perfect example of the alchemist shit on how when shit hits the fan and I literally wanted to fucking kill Mr. Facebook, or just, we can't kill Zuck because he's a robot, so Mr. Book. And then I just was like, fuck it. I threw the towel in on that one, went over here, tried that, and it hit. And I was like, oh, that one was because, I got it down to 9.9 cents a click, 10 cents a click. The other one was 12 cents a click. But when I was boosting flyers, it was $2 a click. And I was like, hey, this is a costly click. So I got to run ads because I'm not famous enough yet. Yeah. But you could help me out right now by retweet. I was just joking. I'll get it when I get it.
It's coming. It's already done. It's already done.
And so it is.
And it's for your highest good for it to happen in divine timing.
Because I'm ready then. Yes.
Yes.
And so it is.
And so it is.
I am confident. I love myself. Yeah, you got to say that to yourself a lot more. I started to recently. It feels very weird and foreign. I'll write it at the end of my morning pages. I love you, Craig Conant Jr.
I write I love you at the end of my morning pages too. I have to say I'm very grateful that you are on board with, like, I feel like because, my business is all about helping other women sort of, find themselves and their spiritual path, whatever that means to them in their own way. And one of the biggest questions that I get asked the most often is like, how do I get my partner on board? Or like, because you start to sort of find yourself and learn and grow. And then if your partner is sort of staying the same, it can be difficult to navigate, but you're always on board with like, you're meditating. Like I don't ask you to meditate with me every day, but you've never said no when I do ask you to meditate. Like you're always down. And like,
it'd be funny if I just worked for the post office. You're like, I want to be a witch. And I said, no, you deliver mail. You deliver the mail.
But you do the morning pages and you trust in my advice and you it's cool. I'm grateful for it.
Thank you.
Trying to say something nice.
I know. I was just running a bit. I thought it was a good bit.
Did it hit?
No. It was one of my weird ones that you guys are like, well,
no, I don't know about that one.
Craig's office rocker.
Craig will
again.
repeat a joke to me until I either say, I didn't find it funny.
You deliver the mail now, Sadie.
That one's not hitting with me. Maybe we'll hit with the crowd, but that one's not for me.
Well, I'm giggling.
He'll be like, babe, did you hear me say that? I'm like, yeah, I heard you. We just didn't laugh.
Well, you're not laughing.
That's interesting. You're not laughing.
It's weird. I bet 1,000 over here.
Hey, you don't laugh at all my jokes either. No, actually, mostly you do.
I laugh at that goofy hat you're wearing, though. That's for sure.
I like it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I get a lot of compliments on it.
I know, I like it. I talk all that shit. It's cute. It's cow and it's pink.
I just love
But
hats.
it's also deserves to be made fun of. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I respect individuality and style, and I do like it, and it is cute. But also, I'm going to make fun of you every time you fucking wear it.
Well, fortunately, my love language is being made fun of. That's how I grew up with my family. Like, we make fun of each other as a sign of affection. So
Yes.
I know you just do that because you like it.
I just like, yeah, it's how my family rolls. We relentlessly roast each other. It's got me in trouble so many
He
times.
says that, but every time I roast him, he's like, he does not have good comebacks. He's not a good roaster, in my opinion.
They're hurtful.
No, they're not.
She
They're
cuts
not.
deep. She always like whispers
not a
like
good
in
roaster.
like in my ear, like, you're never gonna make it.
I
I'm
never
like-
do that. I never do that. You're a bad person. I would never. I'll tease him about.
You don't please me. Your
I'll-
manhood's weak.
I don't know. I'll just tease him about how he wears the same outfit or something. And he'll be like,
This is a red flannel. Yesterday I wore a
he
blue
takes it
flannel.
dead ass seriously. And I'm like, babe. Or he'll roast me, so I'll roast back. And then he'll be like, babe, I was kidding. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm kidding back. He just, you cannot read my sense of humor. I have a more dry
So
sense of
rude.
humor than you sometimes.
Cuts deep.
He doesn't get dry
It's
humor.
the thing she says.
It is not.
Yeah. You're under 6 feet. You have bad genes. And not the ones you're wearing.
Last night
Those
we
are
tried to
pretty
use the
bad,
tape
too.
measure to measure ourselves.
And she cut me off, and then she lied to me. She's always
Well, I think we're the
just
exact
chipping.
same height.
No, I'm taller than you. We've stood side by side. Not by much, but by a half inch. We did this dance when we first met.
We did?
Yeah, you don't remember? Because I was like, oh, thank
Like
God.
in the mirror? I don't know. We were trying to measure ourselves last
We
night.
did head
for
to
some
head in the
reason.
mirror, and I think someone helped us. But
We should
I
do it
am
again.
taller than her. It is absolutely not by much. I think it's by that much,
Yeah.
but I still got
And we
it.
probably weigh the same.
Her dick is that much bigger than mine, though. Let me tell you.
Yep.
Let me tell you.
That's
I got
right.
10 and she's got 11.
Good joke, babe.
Got
It's a
him.
good one.
Got him. You know, we just shooting shots. We did.
It's really good. It's really good.
I got you a gun for Valentine's Day.
No, you didn't.
It's a pink snub nose. It's so cute.
I don't want it.
If you don't want it, I'll keep it.
When you're gone, though, one time I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought someone was in our house.
Was
And
it Mr. Cat?
It was probably definitely the cats.
Did it not make you feel better than know that you had a pistol?
But I got up, and I just sleep in my underpants, I'll be honest. And I got up, and I was walking around the house with that gun. I don't even think I loaded it. I was just scared, and I thought, this will scare him off if there's someone in here. But I was just like,
It would look hot.
probably. I know, I was like, Craig would have loved this, but I'm genuinely scared right now. I opened all the doors.
Yeah, we'll
It was
bring
definitely
we'll
just
bring
the
the
cats.
pistol into the bedroom.
Because pistol is in the bedroom.
You know what I meant by that.
No.
You can,
But,
you can rub my nipples.
It was like
with
that
it.
time of day where it was still like dark, but I think the light was shining through like one window, and so I thought someone had turned a light on out there. Like it looked like light in the living room, but not in the bedroom. So I was like, someone turned a lamp on. Someone's in here. That's why I got freaked out. I don't know. I also have night terrors, so I might have been dreaming some of it. I don't know. Thought I heard a jiggling doorknob.
That was Mr. Cat. He does.
He does jiggle the doorknob. Yeah. If he had thumbs, he'd open that thing by himself. He's smart.
So smart. Love that little,
Look of pride on Quirks'
love
face.
that little
He's
booger.
So smart.
little booger.
He's so smart, and Boo's just not. She can wear a
She
stupid
falls a
t-shirt
lot.
with you.
They're like, you're a cat. Like, how do you fall off the bed when no one's around you? You are a cat. You landed on your back.
She comes in
That's
here
happened many of times.
when we record our podcast, and she sits with us every time. And like she'll be like trying to like go from like this side to that side, and she's just completely fallen in this hole right here so many times.
Yeah.
Like she's so clumsy.
You're just like, you're a cat.
I'm like, girl, you only have 9 lives. Be careful.
She is absolutely off her rocker.
Yeah, she's wild.
And
You
this
and
every-
Boo will have the stupid t-shirts, and then me and Mr. Cat will have the I'm with stupid t-shirts.
That's
And we'll take a
perfect.
family photo.
That'd be so cute. I'm down. I'm down. I think that about does it. Anything else you want to say?
Want to check if there's any more questions that popped up, or did you
Sure.
take down that question?
I didn't take it down.
Nothing.
Nothing. No more.
No one's interested in us. Mine has lots of questions for tomorrow when you record my podcast with me. So if you want all the juicy questions, go to Goddess Hangs podcast.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who has more of a temper?
Oh, we both do.
She
And I'll
won't
tell you
admit
why.
it. She hides hers, though. She's a stubborn little thing.
Yeah.
And it festers. And she's like, oh, I'm fine. And it'll come out way later. I'm more instant. It's a moment of rage, and then it's gone.
We both have our moon in Aries, an astrology thing, and where your moon is placed is your emotional self, so like your inner world. And Aries is very fiery, which is fun, but the shadow side of Aries is that you can be hot-tempered. But it's nice that we have the same moon because we both can go from one emotion to the next fairly quickly. I hold on a little bit longer for sure.
You hold on way longer.
But we both definitely have tempers.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, let it go. Anyways, yeah. She'll just hold on. I'm like, dude, I'm done. I'm onward.
She's
like,
it
I'm
takes
not mad.
more to get to me.
I'm not mad.
It takes more to get to me. You're more hot-tempered. Like the first time something happens, you'll be mad about it. Where I'm like, I'm a little more patient. But
Yeah.
then once you push me enough to piss me off, then I'll hold on to it. I'd say we both have tempers.
Happy Valentine's Day. Peace and love. Do your little morning notes. I promise you.
Morning pages.
It's changed our life for the better. It's a fucked up world out there. We got to do it by example. It's so hard. I don't want to do it anymore. I give up. Let's eat McDonald's.
And what else? Go
I'm
on. Where are you
gonna
going
say,
with it?
No.
Improv master.
I'm a gentleman. I was going to say, let's eat McDonald's and whip our out in public, but that's not a popular opinion these days.
Yeah.
So now I regret
Maybe
it.
don't.
And we'll just edit it. We'll just bleep the bad word.
But leave in the part where you said maybe we'll edit that. Put in the little like static for a second.
It's funny. Well, they got this stupid cancel culture. And they only cancel you when you're big and famous and aren't controlled. Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'll talk about Rogan in a second. They're going after him. Happy Valentine's Day. This has been Sadie, my lady.
Thanks for having me.
We'll tag her in all the shit.
Make sure you check out my podcast, Goddess Hangs. We talk about mindset, manifestation, and magic. I do it with my witch BFF, Juliet.
Sex magic.
We're talking about sex magic in this month's
She taught me
Patreon
that.
meeting.
You just whack off, and when you come, you visualize your dream, and then it comes true. And I tried it, and I was just like, I want tits. And then she's got tits, and then it worked.
He's giving a very crude but somewhat accurate image of what it is. But I have to say, I've been doing that, and the biggest thing I've ever manifested is coming true, that I've been utilizing sex magic specifically for, and it only took like 6 months, and it's a very, 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 very,
So
very
flick
big
your
thing.
bean, everybody. Flick your bean.
If you want to
Flick your
learn more
bean
about
and
that,
talk to God.
I have a Patreon for my podcast, and this month's Coven meeting, if you join the Coven tier, I'm going to be teaching about it. We're not going to be doing it together,
They're
but I'm
going to be
teaching how
flicking their
to.
bean for Jesus on OnlyFans. Tune in for $9.99.
Thanks. No. And you can follow me on Instagram at I am Sadie Olson. I'm your new cool witch BFF. That's my branding, and it's fun, and we do magic.
And my branding is flick your bean under the moonlight.
All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Sadie, where you going? We're just getting cooking now.
I'm outta
We're
here.
just getting cooking. I'm just kidding.
Can I go?
Yeah.
I'm like, am I allowed?
Yeah. I have to record a Patreon.
Okay, see you later.
Sadie, my lady, Valentine Day edition.